All right, let's talk about increasing conversions, shall we? Hey there, Enterprisers, what's good? It's Jason Lago here again, and in this video I want to talk to you about how to increase your conversions as an affiliate marketer. That's right, how to increase conversions as an affiliate marketer. Business is all about conversion, isn't it? It really is, right? It's about getting an offer in front of somebody, and hopefully you're converting that prospect into a sale, you're converting that prospect into a customer, and then you're taking that sale and customer and turning it into a client over the long haul. So in short, the game really is all about conversions. And for the next few moments, I want to keep it quick and dirty and quick and simple and easy at that, and talk about how to increase those conversions, okay? The reality is, as you continue to further yourself in your business, you're gonna find the need to improve on everything. That's the name of the game, is to continue to get better. And what better area to focus on initially than this area of conversion? Simply because if I can increase my conversion rate, then I can increase my profits and thereby increase the likelihood that I'm gonna have customers who stick around for the long haul, thereby sustaining my business and keeping me paid and happy for years and years to come. So this is definitely something you wanna pay attention to. Let me go ahead and give you some of the most important areas that I think you should focus on if you want to go ahead and increase your conversions as an affiliate marketer or any other type of internet marketing or otherwise entrepreneur at that, okay? Let's go ahead and talk about increasing conversions. Let's get into it right now. Number one, personal audience understanding, okay? Personal audience understanding. And I think this point speaks for itself, but really it comes down to understanding your personal audience. You have to know who your people are. Now notice I didn't just say focus in on a certain type of people. I'm talking about actually knowing them from the inside out. It's not enough to just say I'm going after a certain demographic. So for instance, you might be in the make money online space as a woman, and maybe your target market are single moms, single moms who want to start a business. That's great, but what else, right? You need to go deeper than just that. You need to understand what keeps them up at night. You have to consider what are the problems that they're facing internally. What questions do they have? What fears do they have about tomorrow? What are their top concerns? You really need to dive deep into who your dream customer is, right? Not just who they are in terms of labels, but who they are on an individual basis, the things that make them tick. And so this is going to require some effort on your part in finding out who these people are. And one of the best ways to do that is simply to get to know your customers and clients. This is where events online become absolutely paramount of importance. Things like meetups online and Zoom calls and fireside chats and live presentations. But then also something as simple as doing polls. Go ahead and poll your people. Send polls out there and ask them exactly what they're looking for and give them several different options to choose from. And then also a fill in the blank section, kind of like when it comes to voting. You really need to know what makes them tick. So provide opportunities and outlets for them to voice their opinion and let you know who they are and what they're all about. Once you understand this, it gets so much easier to craft messages to them that not only appear as things that you can sell them on, but also things that you can help them with. And once you're able to marry the two, now you've got an effective business for a very long time. Number one, personal audience understanding. Number two, purposeful content publishing. Purposeful content publishing, all right? This is huge. Do not discount this whatsoever, because so often you have so many people who are always like, Jason, I'm in the content marketing space. I'm a content marketer. I create content left and right. And you know what? They do. I'm not even arguing with them. The point is this content conducive to what your client or prospect needs in order to help them solve the problems that we talked about in the first point? Is this one of those things where you're just creating content and good for you for doing so, or is the content purposeful? Is it deliberate? Is it one of those things that will inspire them to do something, to think about something, and more importantly, to take action on something? And even more importantly, is that action going to be one of a buying nature, or at least one that leads them closer to that? Do you understand what I'm saying here? Do not create content just for the sake of creating content. Create content that is directed specifically at your desired customer. And one of the ways to do this is to make sure that you're always leading with value. You want value-driven content, okay? And you want to make sure that value is absolutely at the top of all of your efforts and offerings. It's not enough just to put something out there. You want to put something out there that's going to stick, and it will not stick if there's no substance. In other words, make sure that value leads the core. Now, the next question then becomes, how do you define value? And the only way that I can answer you that is simply to remind you about the first point that we made, which is to know your customer. There are a couple of generalized things that I think you can always count on when it comes to providing value. And if I had to pick one of those key generalizations, it's always going to be education, all right? Education. It's great to motivate someone, it's great to inspire someone, but education is of true value. And if you don't believe that, let me just remind you, what does it cost to go to college these days, right? There is a value, there is an inherent value placed on education. So anytime that you can come through as an expert, as an advice giver of good, sound counsel, then automatically you're setting yourselves up and far and away from some of the traditional garbage that's out there. And at the very least, you separate yourself from all the marketers and salespeople out there. Lead with value. And one of the best ways to provide value is to deliver good, quality, sound education. So make sure that you are delivering content that is purpose-driven, that is absolute purposeful, and I promise you, you can never go wrong with this. Number 3, and finally, proper product promotion. Proper product promotion, all right? Try saying that 3 times fast. But really what it comes down to is making sure that the things that you're promoting and the things that you're offering make sense, all right? Now, as an internet marketer and as an entrepreneur and as someone who's been around and in the game for a long time, I cannot even begin to tell you how much stuff comes across my desk and has come across my desk and in front of my eyes and gotten into my hands throughout the years. Every new cool thing, shiny object, and gimmick that you can imagine has come across my desk and likely will come across yours in the future as well. And you know, there's always something cool attached to it, right? There's always some new urgency, some new thing, and a lot of the times they even have big names that are attached to them, and because someone thinks it's going to be the future, someone thinks that it's cool, of course they want you to get on their team, especially if you've demonstrated any kind of promotional prowess in the past. But the reality is, just because it promises a lot of profit doesn't mean that it makes sense for me to promote to my audience. And I think this is where a lot of marketers go wrong. And hopefully this is one of those pitfalls and traps that because of this warning, you can steer clear from. I cannot tell you how many businesses tank and how many reputations get tarnished simply because someone was trying to sell the newest scammy, spammy, gimmicky thing. And sometimes they're not even spammy or gimmicky. Sometimes they're not even bad or they're not even wrong. They're just not appropriate and do not make sense for your particular audience. Let me give you a perfect example. Let's say that I'm in the Make Money Online space, which is one of the spaces that I'm in. I definitely have been teaching, marketing for a long time. And then someone comes along with this really cool new supplement, right? And I get pitched these all the time from people who are doing, MLMs and different types of things. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love the business model of network marketing. I love affiliate marketing. I love all of these, business models. But again, someone approaches me because they are aware of my reputation online in businesses or being an affiliate heavyweight or whatever you call it, a top affiliate or successful entrepreneur, distributor, whatever. And they say, hey, Jason, I'd love to have you on my team. If you go ahead and sell a bunch of these, we'll make a fortune. Well, guess what? It doesn't make sense because the audience that I reach out to every single week, the people like you who tune into this and subscribe and leave me comments and have been with me throughout the years, we're not talking much about supplementation. We're certainly not talking about health and wellness and fitness. Not to say that I wouldn't start a channel one day, but that audience, again, is not established yet. This is. So for me to come on board with that person and say, sure, I'll go ahead and blast that to my list and hopefully I sell a bunch of them, it just doesn't make sense. I would argue that if I did that, a lot of you would be turned off. For those of you who tune into my emails and my daily content, if I just all of a sudden out of the blue started talking about some weight loss supplement, you might find that a little bit gimmicky, a little bit sus, right? And some of you, I think, would give me the benefit of the doubt, which I appreciate. And you'd say, I know Jason, he's not going to offer anything that's crazy, stupid out there. And you'd be right. But the reality is it does look a certain way. And in business, perception is everything. So keep that in mind when you're trying to promote something. I would tell you, don't do anything like that makes you feel uncomfortable and even doesn't come close to what your audience is tuned into. And on top of that, it also goes without saying that you want to offer products that are of absolute value that you can stand behind. One of the offers that I'm involved in right now, and we're absolutely crushing it in this particular offer, is selling tools to business owners online, digital tools. Nothing scammy or gimmicky here. These are actual tools that a digital nomad absolutely needs to crush it in their online business. And so we're promoting one link. That link turns into multiple different offers. It turns into multiple streams of income and everybody is happy. And practically 99-100% of it is automated. It is absolutely on autopilot. Who could ask for a better situation, right? That's the type of thing I'm talking about here. You want to make sure that you have powerful and proper product promotion. If you do that, then you'll be in business for a very long time and you won't have to worry about tarnishing your reputation, and more importantly, it absolutely will increase conversions. So don't forget about this one point and make sure that you live here because it's that important. There you have it, my friends. Listen, I hope this was helpful to you. You know what to do now. Comment, sound off below. Which one of these spoke the loudest to you? Now, I've been talking about this really cool offer. It's powerful, it's awesome, it's amazing. We're all loving it and we're all crushing it in it. If you want to find more about that, how you can run with me, I've prepared a huge, insane bonus package just for you from me, along with all the other goodies that you get. If you want to find out more about it, click on the link below. That's all I'll say about it. Otherwise, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any more hot new content that I got coming down the pipe just for you. This is Jason Ligo with Always Enterprise. I will talk to you next time. Take care.